At 11:54 on a winter night, a woman's doorbell camera recorded 2 children standing on her porch. 9, perhaps, and 12. They were not dressed for the cold, and they wanted to come in. For the first 90 seconds, there is nothing strange in that recording at all. A woman, alone, talking to 2 kids through a locked door. And then she tilts the porch light down to see their faces a little better. And after that, she stops asking them to leave, and she starts begging them to. Welcome back to the archive. I have 41 accounts in this file, from 9 countries, going back far longer than doorbell cameras have existed. They do not agree on much, but they agree on 3 things. The children come at night. The children must be invited in, and you must never, ever look at their eyes. The woman who made that recording, I'll call her Claire, lived alone at the end of a long road, and she was used to the quiet. So when the knock came, close to midnight, soft and slow and patient, it frightened her before she understood why. Through the door, 2 voices, children's voices, but flat and oddly formal, as though they were reading from a card. They needed to use her phone, they said. Their mother was waiting. They were cold and tired, and could they please just come inside? Reasonable words. And yet Claire wrote that every animal instinct she owned was telling her to step back from that door. She asked them where their mother was. There was a pause, and one of them answered, in that flat little voice. She's in the car. She's been waiting a long time. You should let us in, before she has to come to the door herself. Claire told herself she was being ridiculous. They were children. So she turned the porch light down to see them properly, and she opened the door, the width of the chain. The older one smiled at her, and she wrote that it was a good smile. A practiced smile. A smile that knew exactly how a smile is supposed to look. But the eyes above it were wrong. Not dark, not brown. Black. Black edge to edge, no white at all, like 2 holes cut into a face, and behind them, nothing, and somehow, attention. The instant her eyes met theirs, she felt her own hand begin to move. On its own, toward the chain, to slide it free. She did not decide to do it. Her body simply began, and the younger one, watching her hand, said softly, "It's all right. You can let us in. You want to." And the worst thing, Claire wrote, the thing she has never told another living soul, is that for 1 long second, she did. In the other accounts, the details change, and the dread does not. A trucker at a rest stop, a small tap on the glass at 3 in the morning. 2 children asking for a ride, and his radio dying the very instant he turned to look at them. A boy who woke to find one of them sitting at the foot of his bed, having been let in, he understood later, by a younger brother who could never afterwards say why he had done it. They are never angry. That is the detail the accounts keep circling back to. They are patient. They will stand at your door for an hour, asking and asking and asking, never forcing. Because they cannot force. Whatever they are bound by one rule, the oldest rule there is. They have to be invited. And so they have become very, very good at being invited. 3 things I cannot put down. The first, the rule. Across every account, in every language, the same impossible courtesy. They knock, they ask, they wait to be welcomed in. Nothing that simply wanted to hurt you would ever bother to obey a rule like that. The second, the eyes. The people who have seen them do not describe the black eyes as a feature. They describe them as a direction. That same word that keeps surfacing in these files. A sense of leaning forward and beginning to fall. The third is the reason Claire's recording sits in a locked drawer and not on the internet. In the last 4 seconds of it, after she throws the door shut, the camera catches the 2 children turning to go. And as they step down off the porch, for a single frame, there are not 2 of them. There are 3. And the third one is looking up, directly into the lens. Directly, I want to be very clear, at whoever would one day sit and watch it. Claire moved away. She keeps a chain on every door now, and a rule of her own. If anyone knocks after dark, she does not answer it, and she does not look. The accounts keep arriving at the archive. They have never stopped. If anything, since the cameras, there are more of them. This has been the archive. So let me leave you with the only protection that has ever appeared anywhere in this file. If, some night, there is a soft knock at your door, and small, reasonable voices ask so politely to be let in, do not open the door. Do not turn on the light. And whatever else you do not look at their eyes. Because the rule runs both ways. They cannot come in unless you invite them. But they have learned that a person who looks long enough into all that black will always, in the end, invite them. Subscribe so you're here when the next file surfaces. And tonight, if you hear a knock, let it knock.